The curriculum overall expectations for grade 5 is to demonstrate the ability to apply health knowledge and social emotional learning skills to make reasoned decisions and take appropriate actions relating to their personal health and well-being. The specific expectations are to demonstrate the ability to deal with threatening situations by applying social emotional learning skills. Second, describe emotional and interpersonal stress related to puberty, recognize signs that could indicate mental health concerns, and identify strategies that they can apply to manage stress, build resilience, keep open communications with family members and caring adults, and enhance their mental health and emotional well-being. The learning goals for grade 5 is to develop a range of social emotional learning skills, better identify and manage their emotions as they rise, make reasoned decisions and take appropriate actions relating to their personal health and well-being. The success criteria is that students should and will be able to identify and manage their emotions, show caring and concerns for others, make and keep good relationships, deal with conflicts and other interpersonal challenges.
Our healthy living lesson is made up of 5 main components. First off, we'll start with a warm-up or a hook, and that will be a YouTube video on social emotional learning. Next, we will move into a pre-lesson Google forum or survey, and this will talk a lot about how students are currently feeling and how they would react to certain situations. We'll then move into a class discussion about social emotional learning, puberty stresses, and the different supports that are available to them, their friends, and family. Next, we'll move into a brain break meditation activity using the Smiling Mind app. Then we'll also use the app again to be doing an activity called self-portrait. Then finally, we will do a post-lesson Google forum, and so we'll have a reflection period on how they were feeling before they were using the app and how they feel now, and then they will have a journal submission at the end that will be used for assessment. The teaching resources or materials that the students and teacher will need for this lesson are, first off, access to electronic devices. So this could be iPads, computers, or if students bring in their own devices like iPods. This is so that they can access both our Google Forums as well as our Smiling Minds app. And in our lesson plan template, we'll also provide the links for all of the Google Forums surveys, as well as the social emotional learning video that is at the hook of the lesson. And when the class is doing their class discussion with the teacher, we've also provided a link to the Canadian Mental Health Association. It's their mental health toolkit for kids, and it's kind of a teacher's guide for reference to answer some of the questions and provide students with some resources.
The app that we have chosen to use in our lesson today is the Smiling Mind app. Smiling Mind is a web and app-based program designed for children 7 or older and anyone beyond. It was designed by psychologists and educators to help develop emotional awareness, emotional regulation, and social awareness skills in children using mindfulness and meditation techniques. Downloading the app, this is the first page that's going to bring you to. It's going to ask you which of these describe you. So for the sake of this lesson, we're going to pick individual. Then it's going to ask you, how old are you? So we did grade 5, so we put 10 years old. What are you most interested in? So there's a big selection of options for you to choose from. So you can pick any ones that apply to you. Then it's going to ask you, when do you want to meditate? And you can select any time. Then it's going to ask you a series of questions about how you've been feeling lately. So depending on your answers for the following questions, it's going to select certain meditations and programs that it recommends for you to do. Okay, so after you complete those steps, it's going to bring you to this page, which has favorited programs selected specifically for you. So once you're in the Smiling Mind app, your homepage is going to look like this. All right, so if you click Explore, you can select from any of the categories listed below. So let's go ahead and pick Kids. In the Kids section, it's going to show you all the programs designed for children. Each of the programs are categorized. Some are by age group. So we can see we have a 3 to 6-year-olds program, a 7 to 9-year-olds program, as well as a 10 to 12-year-olds program. In the 10 to 12-year-olds program, we can clearly see that there are sections of mindfulness meditations, all categorized by different social, emotional learning tools that we would like to develop. So we have the senses, thoughts and feelings, empathy and kindness, curiosity, mindful listening, and there's lots more to choose from. If there is a meditation that you enjoy, you can go ahead and favorite it with the red heart. When you favorite it, that meditation or program will go into your favorites just here below, and then you can always come back to it or find it easy to find. Additionally, when we are in the program, each meditation has a little write-up at the bottom that tells you a little bit about the meditation, how long it will take, and if it is an activity or a sit-down meditation. So each section has an activity available. So the activity program will just have a little write-up as well down below telling you exactly what to do. If you click start, it will give you more instructions. You're always welcome to heart and favorite the activity so that if you don't finish it, you can come back to it in your spare time. And yeah, as we can see, each meditation has the amount of time that's going to take to complete it. So it makes it really easy for users to choose one that applies to the amount of time that they have. It's very user-friendly, easy to navigate. And once you have completed all the meditations, you can see here at the top, it will fill up your loading bar right here. So I've completed one meditation, so I've completed 1% of it. For this part of the lesson, students are asked to work independently on the Smiling Mind app. Using their own smartphones or technology provided by the school, they will be assigned a short meditation exercise to participate in a corresponding activity on the app. The specific meditation that they are asked to do is in the Mindfulness 208 section called Self-Compassion. This meditation is called Bite-Size Self-Compassion, and it is 3 minutes long. Then, following listening to the meditation, students will be asked to complete the activity, which is self-portrait. In this activity, students will be asked to draw a picture of themselves. After you finish drawing, students will be asked to write down 3 nice things that you like about yourself, and then draw someone else and write down 3 nice things about them. Students are asked to use headphones for this activity. It could also be played out loud for the entire group to listen to if not everyone has a set of headphones. Students will be asked to use their notebooks to complete the corresponding activity. If there is extra time, the students may explore other activities on the app to get a sense of how they could use it on their own time. After everyone has finished the activity, we would ask the students how they are feeling after using the app and what they may use the app for in the future.
Now let's move on to assessment and evaluation. Our lesson plan will firstly be looking at assessment for learning, which is the process of gathering information about students' knowledge in order to inform teaching. For our lesson, we will have a class discussion at the beginning of class based on social emotional skills that they will also share through a Google forum. Assessment as learning is the use of ongoing self-assessment by students in order to monitor their own learning. In addition to the Google forum at the beginning, we will also include one at the end where students can make connections about what they have learned. Finally, assessment of learning. It's the approach that creates feedback to students so they know what they did well and what still needs improvement. This will be done through our self-reflective journal at the end of class, where students will write about social emotional skills and healthy living and everything they learned about by relating it to a scenario. For our next steps, we have included D2.6 from the Ontario curriculum, which also falls under the strand of healthy living. It is to demonstrate an understanding of their role in helping others who may need mental health support. You might recognize from our current lesson plan that the emphasis is put on teaching students on how to recognize their own social-emotional well-being and the different skills and strategies that they can use to maintain a healthy lifestyle. However, taking this a step further, we have decided that we could do a cross-curricular lesson plan, including drama, where students can act out various scenarios in groups where they need to display socio-emotional skills that have been gained from this lesson, and taking it a step further by showing how they would help others who may need mental health support. We have included a variety of different scenarios that could be used. This would cover the assessment of learning. Additionally, we would use the app that we have included in this presentation as a brain break activity throughout the day that teachers can use when teaching any subject matter that they feel that students may need a moment to calm down and redirect their energy.